B105 Northland's number one for New Country. It's a breakfast club. TGIF. Welcome
TGIF.
our first Friday in September. Look at that.
I know, it's
Is it our
flying
first
by.
Friday? Yeah, all right.
Hey, I'm getting married a year from today.
Whoa.
If all goes as planned.
Boom, boom. The countdown begins.
Yep.
365 days.
To get it together.
Well, you're getting it together just fine. You got a venue already. Dustin Lynch Chevrolet, Jelly Roll on B105. Got the B105 Buzz today, brought to you by East Central Energy, member-owned, homegrown, community-focused since 1936. Lauren, start us off today. What's happening?
Okay, I want to know if you can personally agree with this, and this is also up on Facebook as well, so you can weigh in. But a new study says that Minnesota and Wisconsin residents are the best budgeters in the country.
How about that? My budget is try to spend as little as possible at all times. That's my budget.
You know, people that budget are amazing. They have patience, they have willpower, they practice. Like, they got it going on, right? It's really hard, though. It takes a lot of dedication. I'll be good for like a month, and then I'll go off the handle the next month.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
I think we all it's kind of like the New Year's resolutions. You know, you do really good for a while, and then you're like,
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, Wisconsin came in at number 5, Minnesota number 6. So we're pretty financially savvy. We have some of the highest credit scores, and we don't have a lot of debt, things like that. So,
well, that's good.
read more, b105country.com.
Yeah, speaking of that, talking about budget and groceries is such a huge part of a lot of people's budgets. I know, like, my family, our grocery budget's insane.
Yeah.
Like, even for us to do, like, a Taco Tuesday, which is the way we do every Tuesday because it's just an easy thing to do. And everybody loves tacos, right?
Right.
But that's like 20-some bucks.
Yeah.
For just me making it at home.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. And that's
You also have a teenager, though. You have to factor that in.
Oh, man, we almost had to buy more taco shells, like 2-packs now. It's
because
like ridiculous.
you have a very tall teenager. He's got to eat.
Still not both. Anyway, but there's so Kroger Company, they own a bunch of grocery stores across the United States. Not any in Minnesota, but they do have a bunch of pick and saves and stuff in Wisconsin. They just admitted to price gouging on certain items in an FTC hearing. And they're the largest grocery supermarket company in the United States.
Yeah,
so if they're doing it, everybody else has been doing it.
Yeah,
right? At least some people have been doing it. And they said that they raised their prices on milk and egg because they're trying to, it's a big FTC monopoly thing. You can read about it in the B105 app if you really care, but.
Yeah, I just feel like that they should be punished and also taking advantage of like a hard time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, that's what
karma.
the FTC's looking at right now, but you can check that out in the B105 app. Coming up for you, Lee Bryce, Dirks Bentley, and more next. Shaboozey, a bar song. I thought for sure that was the song of the summer, but no. I guess Post Malone, I had some help with Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
That was the song of the summer.
I feel like Shaboozey was a breakout artist from the summer.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. We've got more country music news coming up. Lauren's Country Lowdown.
Yep.
Got anything on your Friday? New music maybe today?
Maybe.
Yeah, she's teasing us.
It's kind of like a slow time for new music. Summertime's really the time that it all comes out.
Well, you got some Christmas albums that got to be coming soon, right?
That's too soon. We got to get through Halloween first. But
any country Halloween albums coming out? You think about it, there's not a lot of Halloween songs besides the Monster Mash.
We could change that.
Thriller, you could call that one I don't know if there's any country songs it would be.
Sad.
Well,
anyway, stay tuned.
You get to it. We'll talk about it. Lauren's Country Lowdown in about 20 minutes. Florida Georgia line around here on B105, Northland's number one for new country, and we've got Lauren's Country Lowdown. What's happening today?
Okay, so I'm looking this up right now because Post Malone has an album out that's like full of, collaborations. Is there one with Dwight Yoakam on there?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, because
I listened to it over and over again. There's not one on there.
There's so many, it's hard to keep track of. But he was just spotted, and this was posted on TMZ. Post Malone and Dwight Yoakam were riding horses in bedazzled jackets and cowboy hats in West Hollywood the other day.
That's interesting.
They were filmed. They were going past a lot of famous tourist attractions like Sunset Boulevard. And there were some celebrities on set. So I'm just trying to figure out, if Dwight Yoakam is not on this album, what is this for?
Yeah, that's interesting. Shaun White was also driving a Corvette.
Yeah, that was part of it.
No, convertible. Sorry, not a Corvette.
Yeah, that was part of it.
What is going on and they're singing?
Yeah, very weird. So maybe it'll be on like a Dwight Yoakam album. But if Dwight approves of you and thinks you're country, then you're country.
You know what I love about it is that he did like with the classics too, like The Hank Williams Jr., he did that one, Finer Things on that. And
Yeah.
then, you think that one, that's going to help out Hank probably,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah, you can see
I'm
them-
excited to see this.
Heck of an
Imagine
outfit.
you're just on vacation and you look and you see two cowboys on a horse, and one's Post Malone in a bedazzled jacket,
Right.
which I love the jacket. So, anyways, it's neither here nor there.
Check it out.
So we'll see. I'll be on the beat. Jelly Roll, he just did something good again, of course. He's on his Beautifully Broken tour. We talked recently about how he stopped at a lemonade stand and tipped $700. Well, while he was in Oregon recently, he stopped at a prison there, the Oregon State Penitentiary, and performed a full show. It was the first time that they've had live music in the prison yard in 20 years. He says, I'm a firm believer if we commit crimes, we should do our time and be held accountable, but I just want to love on these guys. I remember being one of them. So he worked it out to do like a full set. He also played a new song called Heart of Stone. That'll probably be on his album that comes out October 11th, but he's just like always doing good things.
Yeah, well, good for him.
Yeah.
And helping out those and being a role model for a lot of those people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can watch him perform that song on stage while he was in Portland on tour. B105country.com. And speaking of tours, Blake Shelton, he is taking his Friends and Heroes tour on the road once again. He does it every year. It was here last time, but not coming here this time. But I just wanted to mention it. He was, of course, at the Minnesota State Fair. So he'll be kicking that off in Kentucky in February. It'll go through March. You can get all the
Who's
details.
going with him? Is it Trace Atkins again? Is he on
I'm
there?
trying to figure that out. So Dina Carter,
Yeah.
Craig Morgan, and then Emily Ann Roberts, who was on The Voice, and then yes, Trace Adkins.
Oh,
So
that'd be cool.
Trace and Blake together, that's trouble.
Dean Carter, yeah, that's cool too.
I love how he has like a mix,
Yeah,
So
neat. Okay, well, thank you, Lauren,
Read
for
more.
all the deets. B105 Breakfast Club, Ken and Lauren. Here we go. The 710 laugh off.
all right. So we had a draw yesterday.
Yeah.
Rough. We don't need to think about that. So do you want to go first?
Go
Should
ahead.
I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Ken, what do you call a pumpkin in a suitcase? A pack-o'-lantern.
Boy, we're off to a rough start
Okay, you
today.
can't come out of the gate too hot. Just saying.
Lauren, I don't know. Maybe I've done this one before, but I'm just going to go with it because I love it and I can't remember. Did you hear about my obese parrot died? Sad news, it's a huge weight off my shoulder.
Obese parrot. That's very niche, if you will.
I was thinking about doing all pirate jokes today, but I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I'm not going to give you advice, but
Okay.
I do feel like pirate jokes, you can kind of figure out the punchline.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
All right.
Ken, how do you feel about arteries? For me, they'll just always have a special place in my heart.
Oh, heart jokes. Lauren, why are ninjas so hard to relate to? Just really hard to see where they're coming from.
Okay. I'm laughing half because it was funny, but half because the execution was really good.
Well, thank you. That's the whole point.
Yeah, like you
Right.
nailed the execution.
Thank
Which
you.
we can't always say.
No,
So-
not always.
Congratulations.
I didn't have to go into my pirate jokes because, yeah, you're right. They're all like, "Arr."
Yeah, right. Like it gets a little,
Why did the pirate have a paper towel on his head? And he had a bounty on me,
Yeah,
That
it's a
kind of
classic.
stuff. All right. Well, okay. Well, good thing I didn't do that, and I stuck with the other joke.
Save it for Monday.
Ninja jokes
I'll
next
forget
week.
by then.
Pirates have to do with my Breakfast Club confession today, I think.
Oh,
I'll explain.
wow. Okay.
You can't wait for that. Coming up at 7:40 this morning. All right. And the brain teaser question. We're going to do that still? Mm-hmm. We're still doing it?
It's just like every day.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just making sure that nothing changed overnight. That's next on B105. B105 Breakfast Club. Ken and Lauren, good morning, 7:21. Here we go. Your brain teaser question. Yesterday's, in case you missed it, what was it?
1 in 5 Americans still do this
Oh,
once
yeah.
or twice a year. And the answer was write a check.
Right, writing a check, which is not something that's really done that much anymore.
No, I got rid of my checks. And now I'm like, are they going to make a comeback? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to become
Under
less
there.
and less
Okay.
used.
All right. Well, we have a question that maybe you can relate to, Ken. 56% of dog owners let their dogs do this What is it?
Oh, no.
It depends what part of the day it is. You know, if they were just outside, that's a little risky.
No. No.
So what do you do if your dog tries to do this?
I don't let her.
Wow.
And I think that's probably why we don't have quite the relationship that my wife and the dog have.
Your dog loves you.
I don't really show it.
Oh. Well,
She's very
maybe
much
if you let her do this,
Yeah.
she would.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm not cool with it. 56% of dog owners let their pups do this. 727B105. Call now. You can win some Papa Murphy's and get your weekend started right.
Right?
Right. Luke, your brain teaser question. Lauren, take it away.
Okay, 56% of dog owners let their dogs do this.
Nope. Okay.
It's a no from Ken
Maybe I'm just a
and a maybe from me.
mean dog owner. I don't know. Possibly. Let's take some guesses here. You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. 56% of people let their dog owner, or 56% of dog owners let their dogs do this.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to the phone. Hi, what do you think?
Hop on the bed with you.
Not hop on the bed with you. I gave up. The dog sleeps with us now.
It's your dog's bed,
Yeah, right.
not yours.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for calling.
Yep, thanks.
Yep. Hi, what's your guess?
Lick your face?
Yeah, I cannot let them do that.
It's probably good for your skin.
I don't think so.
I just made that up.
What's your name?
Paige?
Do you have a dog?
No.
Okay, would you let a dog lick your face?
No.
See, even like Lauren saying, okay, well, if they're outside, because he knows what they're eating, but
Yeah.
they clean themselves with their tongue.
That's true. That's true.
I've seen the nastiest things that she has eaten in the yard, and that just does it. Not like she like brushes her teeth or uses mouthwash. I'm not
That's
doing
true.
it. I'm not
That's
letting
true.
it happen.
I understand.
But,
Yeah, my daughter's laughing.
oh, okay. What's your daughter's name?
Rain?
Did she let a dog lick her face?
Nope, she's shaking her head no.
Okay. Well, I think we're on the same page, so that's good. Hey, look at that. Your name is Paige. Oh, my gosh.
It's like we planned it.
Nope.
Okay, we got you some Papa Murphy's. Hang on, Paige.
Okay.
You ever hear the thing that they say a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's mouth?
Yeah.
I just looked that up.
Okay. Are you about
So-
to scare us all?
Well, I don't know. Do you really think a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's mouth?
I don't know. I'm not a
Kind of
scientist.
technically. Okay, so like humans have. So dogs have about 600 different species of bacteria in their mouths. 600 different species. Humans have slightly higher, about 615. So technically, about 15 different types of bacteria less.
It's a lot of bacteria.
Still not. It's
a lot.
Not, it's not clean.
Yeah.
Not a surprise there.
All right. Well, thanks, Ken.
Oh, I got to get to the bottom of things.
We do.
I know. I always got to go a little too far.
Well,
You know
that's what
me.
we do on the Breakfast Club.
All right. Your weather forecast up next. Speaking of going too far, Breakfast Club confessions at 7:40.
yeah.
We're gonna get something
Yeah.
off our chest this week. Yeah. Besides my upside down garage door, but we don't have to talk about that again. Enough of that. Okay, coming up, B105. B105 Breakfast Club. Ken and Lauren. Good morning.
Good morning.
7:41. And today going to be about 60 or so. A little cooler today, but warming up again next week. So don't be fooled.
Yep.
Okay, Breakfast Club confessions. I'll start because mine's short and sweet.
Okay.
I said it had to do with pirates. It's
Yeah,
the most
okay.
bizarre thing ever. Not real pirates, but I'm becoming a real pirate.
That's interesting.
So Tony over there,
Yeah.
he and I have a lot of the same interests. We're kind of
You
nerds.
sure do. Oh, I
And
see where this is
He
going.
hooked me on a new game. It's getting terrible reviews online, but we both think it's fantastic. We love it because it's super chill. But the game's called. I'll tell you what the game is because you can look it up. But it's called Skull and Bones. And what happens is you start off.
Is this for real?
This is for real.
Wow.
This is for real. You start off in a ship and in the shipwreck, and then you have to build up your infamy of becoming the best pirate in the whole sea, across the seas. And you start off, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of interesting. I got hooked. I got hooked hard into this, and I've got my pirate costumes, and I got my character and everything, and I'm going around, and I'm plundering, and I'm battling sea monsters and upgrading your ship and stuff. It's really
That sounds
fun.
really fun.
It is
I would
really
be into
fun.
this. Is this a PC?
It's on multiple platforms. But
Love it.
last night, I had this game for about a week now. I even brought it up to the cabin on Labor Day, and
When you were with your family.
Well, they were out doing things, playing with friends, neighbor friends and stuff, and so I sat there and I played it outside in the lawn chair.
Well, that's still doing outdoor activities.
I was outside. Kind of felt cool because I'm sailing my pirate ship and I got wind blowing in my hair.
You were setting the tone. You were setting the scene. Okay.
It was a good feeling. Anyway, I looked at it and it says time played, and I've only had it for a week and 27 hours.
Oh my, Ken. Oh
I know.
my.
I saw that last night and I went, this is an issue.
You know what I've been obsessed with doing on my phone like the past week?
What's that?
Jigsaw puzzles.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's just
But I have
mindless.
some nerdy games on my phone too.
Yeah.
So.
This is pretty nerdy. I feel pretty, but I'm not going to stop.
It doesn't make you a jerk, but it makes you a little bit of a nerd.
Well, yeah, and I think I could be neglecting probably a lot of things I should be doing because there's
Right.
I needed to.
Don't you love and hate that? It's like, I have something so fun that I love, but I should do responsibilities.
I got to fix the sink, and I've been meaning to do that for months. Anyway, go ahead,
Anyways,
Lauren.
Okay, so I'll keep mine short and sweet, but I had to pay my first mortgage.
Yeah, right. You were mentioning you had a problem.
And it was so difficult. For when I'm paying someone a large sum of money, you would think it just wouldn't be that difficult.
What was so hard about it?
So, long story short, it was I made the account whatever to pay online, but it wouldn't let me pay. So last Thursday, I was trying to pay early. Because there's a holiday, be responsible, right? First mortgage ever. Wouldn't let me pay. And I'm like, what gives? So then Friday, I called and the person who answered the phone was confused.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? This is a Tuesday problem because no one can figure it out. It's fine, whatever. So Tuesday rolls around. I'm like, okay, it's the 2nd. I really got to pay the mortgage. So I called. The girl was confused again. I called back later and she was trying to help me. And I was like, can I just come into the bank and pay it? And she's like, yeah. But other people had told me I couldn't do that. So I'd been just unintentionally, I'd been getting the runaround, whatever. So long story short, finally Tuesday, it's 3 p.m. I go pay the mortgage. I'm feeling so good. And they're like, well, you have to have a cashier's check. And I'm like, well, nobody told me that on the phone. Why couldn't you mention that when I said I'm coming into
You
the
get a
bank?
cashier's check from the bank?
I did, but my bank.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I mortgaged through a different bank. So then I had to go get a cashier's check, and the guy at my bank was like, oh, this is a large sum of money. I'm like, well, let me tell you, it's you'd think when I'm giving somebody a large amount of money, it'd be easy to just pay it. But I'm having to really work hard to give my hard-earned money away, whatever.
Right.
And so then I went back, and it was a different girl that helped me, and she was like, oh, yeah, I think I've talked to you on the phone a few times. And I was like, yeah. She's like, you're the one that couldn't figure out the website, right? And I'm like, it is confusing.
You got to figure it out now?
Yeah. But now I have to pay a different way now, not the website. So it was a lot of work for that, but that's okay.
Well, at least you got it done. Don't make the mistake a lot of people do where they think, well, I'm just going to pay more than my mortgage, but I'll take half out of my paycheck now and half out of my paycheck next. So say your mortgage is $1,000, right? And then someone will say, well, I want to pay $600 this day, and then I'll pay $600 later in the month. Because
Why?
that doesn't count as a payment if it's not the full amount.
Yeah, you need to just pay the full amount.
Yeah, right. And then extra on top of that. Some people do that, and then they get in trouble.
Yeah, no.
Well, good luck with that.
Well, anyways, thank you to everybody who helped.
Lauren's Country Lowdown. All right, short, quick one. What do we got?
It's a big day.
What's
John
big?
Party has a new song.
Oh, my goodness.
It's called Friday Night Heartbreaker. That's kind of that's a very John Party song.
Friday Night Heartbreaker. Okay.
He was,
Okay. What are you laughing at? What's your deal?
I just can't. He just attended the Minnesota State Fair, and you can see photos he shared. BYOFCountry.com.
I'm a Wednesday night heartbreaker myself.
I like Tuesday.
Okay,
Tuesday night.
sure.
Riley Green and Ella Langley have a new song out today. Another duet called Don't Mind If I Do. They recently debuted that on stage. And then Morgan Wallen. I feel like this is kind of cruel to announce this far in advance, but he says he has a new song coming out in the next month or two. We know he's been working on an album, and it's a song called Love Somebody, which I believe he's teased on social media, so, with one of his clips. So I think a new Morgan era is upon us.
What do you mean by new Morgan era, new album
New
era,
album.
or do you think?
Yeah, new album.
What's going on with this felony trial? It's been kept on pushing back
I think
forever.
you were gone when there was an update, but it has been now pushed to December. I think December 6th,
Man.
5th or 6th. So we'll find out. that's a bad time. That's the holidays. But
Right.
yeah, we'll find out, I guess.
I was just curious if there's been anything on that.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be this summer,
Mm-hmm.
I think August sometime, and then it got pushed to December. So
Well.
he hasn't said anything about it. And
Probably better just
yeah.
to keep your mouth shut. right?
Agree. I thought this was funny, and you can read about it, b105country.com. But in 2012, Kelly Clarkson, she did an interview with Us Weekly, and she said that she wanted Carrie Underwood to be a judge on American Idol, and now it's kind of resurfaced. And it's just kind of funny because she's like, she majored in broadcast journalism. She has a good poker face. She's beautiful, all this stuff. And so that has resurfaced now.
Wait, who
And
majored in broadcast journalism?
Carrie Underwood.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see that.
Yeah, she did. I remember that. I remember her saying that when she was on American Idol like 20 years ago. or
Isn't that
whatever.
like what you majored in? Kind of?
Yeah. Broadcast.
I majored in juggling and taming bears at my clown college. So, the circus.
Okay, let's just end it there.
Shot out of a cannon if I could fit in the cannon, but that was another problem. Anyway.
All right. All
Well,
right.
cool.
Let's just call it.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll end it there.
Yeah, here's a Friday night heartbreaker. B105, it's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. Good morning, 7:55. Today going to be about 60 or so. Coming up, we're going to talk about movies in theaters. And I'll tell you what, we're going to talk about, I'm going to share some early reviews of Beetlejuice.
Okay.
Because that's going to, it's only, you know what I like about this one? It's only an hour and 44 minutes.
That's the perfect time
it's
for a
not
movie.
that huge of
That
a
is
commitment.
the perfect time for a movie.
Right.
Like a 2.5 hour movie, that's a commitment.
My problem I always have too, well, we know this, is that I finish popcorn before the movie starts because the trailers, there's so many trailers. It's like a half an hour of trailers.
I like to watch trailers, but I think they need to start them before. Like I want, if a movie's at 7:30, I want the movie to start at 7:30.
That's what I'm saying.
Start the trailers at like 7. That's perfect.
Yeah, and then I can go get my popcorn.
Right. Because
Maybe
it's
I
hard
can
to
just-
time out and
Maybe I should just get to my seat and I wait till the third trailer and then I go get my concessions and then I come back. And then I would probably be able to just start because I just can't stop.
yeah,
You've seen it.
it's addicting.
You've seen it. It's a mess. Anyway, we'll talk about Beetlejuice.
And we'll work on your popcorn dilemma.
I think it's lost cause. Whatever. We'll talk about it. And look at your weather next on B105. Aaron Wood, good girl on B105. Northland's #1 for New Country. Did you hear about this? It's pretty interesting. There was underneath the National Mall in Washington, D.C., they found a hidden chamber.
What?
You ever seen National Treasure, those movies?
Yeah. Like, but there's like a lot of them. I've seen one.
I think there's only two, isn't there? National Treasure.
Oh, I
and
thought there was like 4.
National Treasure, Book of Secrets, or President's, whatever it is. No, this one is, they actually found a chamber that's like from like 1800s that they didn't expect to find when they were doing utility work underneath the National Mall in
That's
Washington,
actually
D.C.
really cool.
Unfortunately,
spooky.
there was nothing cool in it. It was just an empty chamber.
Yeah, but that's like cool. That's historical.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like that.
Or is it spooky?
Nobody's been in there in like 150 years. Wild, huh?
Yeah. It's on my bucket list to go there. Not the chamber, but that area. Let me just clarify that.
I'd like to go in the hole in the ground somewhere that hasn't been seen in years. Get that nice musty air. Anyway, that's kind of weird news going on today. Not quite good enough for Ken's weird news next week because I didn't find anything really cool, but I thought I'd share it
Yeah.
right now.
Well, thank you.
On that, yeah. Coming up, too, I got a bizarre story it's a mystery out of Michigan. Something was found in a cornfield.
Oh, the
dun,
cornfield
dun.
things, like the crop circles. That's all scary.
Yeah, there's no crop circles.
Oh, okay.
Not this time, but we'll talk about it coming up on B105. How country feels on B105. It is a Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. Give us a good story going into the weekend, Lauren.
I just want to know what you would do if this were you.
Do you? Really?
Some backstory before we get to the angelic part of the story. This couple driving in the car in Plymouth, Massachusetts. They were in traffic, headed to Cape Cod, and Rebecca, the mom in the couple, her water broke. They already have one little girl, and she gave birth in her car. That's how fast that this baby came.
It happens.
Yeah, so the baby's all good, everything like that. They went straight to the hospital, no complications, but they were doing like a news interview about everything that had happened, and the dad was like, I don't have my wedding ring on. Like, I must have lost it in the chaos.
Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah, so he's like, it's a long shot, but I am going to go back and search the entire highway and try to see if I can find where I somehow left my ring in all this chaos. And he found it. He found it right away. He said, just as we were about to leave and give up looking, I looked down. By the grace of God, I found my ring right between my toes. I couldn't believe it. Everything could have gone wrong and everything went right. He has a healthy child. He found his wedding ring.
So he had to deliver the baby?
Yeah, he had
That's
to
how he
deliver the
lost the
baby.
ring, I'm
Yep.
pretty sure.
Uh-huh.
Wow. That was like my worst fear, was that was going to happen when Jane was born. Because I was like, I was always worried about, like, I don't know how to do this. You know what I mean?
I feel like you just kind of like adrenaline kicks in and you just figure it out.
Well, that's kind of what happened when it actually happened at the hospital, because it baby was all of a sudden, like, oh, what's happening now?
Yeah.
Like, had to catch it.
Yeah.
Catch her, sorry.
And thank goodness you did, because I love Jane.
My uncle was born in the elevator at the Virginia hospital.
Wow.
My grandpa went to check in. He drove my grandma to the hospital and went to check in the front desk. And they said, "Are you John?" And he said, "Yes." And he said, "Congratulations, you have a baby boy." And he goes, "No, you must not be right. I just dropped my wife off." He said, "Yeah, they just gave birth in the elevator."
Oh my gosh. I mean, at least it's a short labor.
Well, you know, a lot of people would probably, a lot of women would probably.
I almost was. I came out, well, no one needs to hear. I was born in less than a minute.
I think yeah.
And look at me now.
Couldn't wait to get out here. B105, Northland's number one for New Country. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Or no, we won't. Well, kind of. I'll be here and you'll be here different times. We'll be back on the Breakfast Club on Monday morning.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. And I'm going to be better.
I hope
I'm going to feel amazing. I'm going to come in here doing cartwheels, no Dayquil. It's going to be great.
If you come in here doing cartwheels, I'm going to wonder what else you're on. 'Cause that would be something.
I just want to feel better.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be
Vitamin C
life-changing.
in you, get some sleep.
Yeah.
Feel better. And Joe Danger's coming in next.